Can't force the rest of the universe to have to comply with our laws.
That was Don Kurth, the former mayor of Rancho Cucamonga. There is a guy who owns some fisheries.
The issue is the hunting of mountain lions in Idaho. I feel this is an issue that has been blown completely out of context.
That's sort of how it went.
Yeah. So the other three commissioners there didn't get up and denounce Richards or any of the hunters?
No, they didn't. In fact, for most of the 2 hour plus that they did the comments, and most of the people sounded like this. They were very much in support of Richards.
I think that there is a political witch hunt.
That came up a bunch of times.
Here.
And there were some that showed up to speak against keeping Richards in office. I believe there were 4 altogether, but I stepped out for a few minutes, so I may have missed them. But
you were bored by then, right?
No, they were just overwhelmed in numbers by the folks that showed up to support him.
You said 90 people signed to speak, and maybe only 4 to attack Richards? Huh?
That was my count.
Yeah.
One of them was a woman named Britt Holstrom, who said that it's time for the state to stop listening to bloodthirsty hunters.
So I'm a lone wolf voice, a Wolverine voice today. I have to speak up for those who we are supposed to be protecting, which is wildlife. And I'm afraid that I will ask that Mr. Dan Richards step down voluntarily so that we do not have to fire him.
We? What's her power here?
I think she speaks for the state or the
and
world.
The Wolverines, apparently.
Chris DeRose, the head of Last Chance for Animals.
Yeah, my name is Chris DeRose, president of Last Chance for Animals. We're a national animal rights association that investigates big animal cruelty in situations such as the Michael Vick case. I'm a former law enforcement. I do own weapons, guns.
Weapons?
I'm an avid outdoorsman.
Hey, let me skip ahead here because he gives about a minute-long preamble.
He's an avid outdoorsman.
It's quite a resume.
Wait a second. An outdoorsman, does that mean he hunts other animals?
With a camera, he said.
That's how he's an outdoorsman, John. He takes photos.
Okay, here's a little more.
I respectfully ask you, Dan Richards, to step down. I'm sure you won't. I'm sure you'll fight this. You have a lot of support here. But I represent 57,000 people in the state of California, 125,000 nationwide. So there are other people here that believe that you should step down.
And there was also an attorney, a woman, I think her first name is Talitha, and her last name is Wegner, who says that she isn't totally opposed to hunting, but she says that Richard should be forced to explain how it is that he can balance his role as a wildlife preserver in California with his interest in trophy hunting out of state. And then she made a comparison at the end here that did not go over well.
I ask that you address that point and explain yourself to us, the taxpayers here of California, and we ask that the hunters here in California respect those laws. I have one more point. If it was legal to sleep with children in another state, if you came here and put it on a magazine, it would not be acceptable.
Great.
Thank you for your time.
Wow. You can hear the collective moans and gasps. She took this one pretty far.
And there was a call for decorum. Excuse me, guys.
Banging the gas. Oh, really? There is?
Excuse me, guys. Everyone has a right to speak. Please be respectful.
Well, except when you're over the top like that, haul that lady out. Oh, that was great. Sleeping with children. Oh, man. Save that one. Eric, can you send that to Clay? I want to keep that one.
Mark that. John and Ken need it, and send it on over.
All right, Eric. Thanks for that report.
We got some more from the other commissioners that spoke in support of it.
No problem. I can stand by.
Hold on. No rush.
Eric Leonard, who attended the Riverside meeting today of the Fish and Game Commission, and the embattled President Dan Richards for killing the mountain lion. You just heard a woman compare it to if Richards had gone to a place where he's allowed to sleep with children and put a photo up. Where would that be? What state allows that? Wouldn't we want that guy to resign? Good one. All right. We'll also get into the fact, as Eric touched on, Bangkok, I think. There will probably not be a vote tomorrow to remove Richards. It doesn't look like they have enough votes. And we'll get into the reasons for that, too, coming up. I love people's analogies. We'll do more when we come back. John and Ken, KFI AM 640 more. Stimulating talk radio.
When you're shopping, you can turn almost anything over and see the phrase "Made in China." But if you're at a Chinese restaurant and picked up your chopsticks and saw "Made in the USA," thank Georgia Chopsticks for that one. A success from scratch story tomorrow at 8.